And the death of George Floyd has put policing in America under a microscope, especially as it relates to the Black community. In our ongoing series, Race in Chicago, NBC5's Christian Farr talks to a police detective and a veteran criminal defense attorney about what change might look like.
Third-degree murder, perpetrating an eminently dangerous act. Find the defendant guilty.
When the guilty verdict came down this week in the Derek Chauvin murder trial, it once again put a spotlight on the relationship between police and the Black community nationwide. Since George Floyd's murder,
keep your hands outside the window.
My hands are right here.
There have been other similar high-profile cases that question if change will ever come.
It's heartbreak. I feel like I want to scream, like I want to do something.
For nearly 20 years, Detective Matt Thornton has worked for the Zion Police Department and says his training back then was not to show vulnerability when dealing with the community.
It's almost like they're the enemy and we're the good guys, and it's like a military mindset. It's a military mindset, and I'm not at war with anybody, so I really resent that mindset.
I got my rights to do anything I want to do. I'm a police officer.
I love that the tide has kind of turned. Like, this stuff is being called out. Keep calling it out.
Detective Thornton has taken his message to social media about these repeated issues and says policing has to change its military mindset and offer a more human one.
There's a big drive to humanize the badge, is what they call it. And I take that so literally. I want the people to see me as just Matt. If they know my first name, they know me as just Matt, like just a person.
While Detective Thornton says that police need to be more human, there's at least one lawyer here in the Chicago area that says that change will happen in the system, but she says it will happen slowly.
It's not like police misconduct just started 5 years ago or 10 years ago. No, it's been prevalent.
Criminal defense attorney April Preyar says cameras have put a better lens on the issue. And Preyar says state and local governments will change police training and the legal system for the betterment of the Black community.
They're all taking a new look at the current policing policies. And I think we will see some changes there. But what I think people fail to realize is that, one, that takes time. So that's not going to necessarily help your son or daughter who gets arrested tonight.
But instead of simply waiting for change,
first you read the How to Play booklet with the 7 rules, and the 7 rules get reiterated throughout the game.
Preyar says all Black parents should have a consistent message for their children when dealing with police. With her board game, Trials and Triumphs, Preyar redefines the talk, that conversation Black parents have with their children about dealing with authority. And she says it is better to teach the do's and don'ts of dealing with the police rather than waiting for change.
I just want to prepare teens and families as much as humanly possible so that really every interaction with the police officer is uneventful.
Christian Farr, NBC5 News.
Very important information right there.
Definitely.
Especially for Black young boys and girls.